Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So today we're reading from the book of First Peter 2 verse 21, and it says, "For to this you were called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that you should follow his steps." This verse is basically saying that we will suffer as Christ suffered because Christ is the example for us. So if he as our example suffered, then we should also expect to endure suffering. The early disciples did not just suffer for Christ, but they gave their lives for Christ. I mean, some of us can't even wake up 30 minutes early to spend time with God before we start our day. We do not talk about God on our social media because we do not want to lose friends and followers. We want comfort. We want to be liked. We say we love God, but truly we love God only to the extent that we do not suffer or make sacrifices. We want the glory, but without the sacrifice. We want the testimony, but without the test. We want to wear the crown, but we do not want to carry our crosses daily. We want to share in the victory, but we do not want to go through the suffering. We say we want to be like David. When we're in church, we dance like David danced, but we are not willing to face our Goliath like David did. We want the blessings of Abraham, but yet we are not willing to lay our Isaac on the altar for God. We want to get to the promised land, yet we are not willing to go through the wilderness. This is why some of us, if not many of us, cannot and probably will never step into the fullness of who God has called them to be, because we are not willing to suffer or to make those sacrifices required to get to that level. So let's all learn to live for Christ. Let's all learn to rejoice in the suffering that comes from being persecuted because of Jesus. The book of Matthew 5 verses 10 to 12 says, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you, and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you." So I just want this to be an encouragement for you to start living boldly for Christ. Stop caring about what people think. Stop caring about the validation of men, and only care about God's validation, because when you are validated by God, then you will care less about what men have to say about you.